with the light, and we got them in our sight. They the ones with a lot to lose. Sound off, should we light the fuse? Sound off, should we break the rules? We the ones with the light, and we got them in our sight. They the ones with a lot to lose.
We've just got so many. It's an intense amount of media here. It's way past what we dreamed we would end up hitting. So to see that there's still media registering, and then like you look out at that parking lot, is completely stacked full of people.
What kind of verification process do these guys go through? How sure are you that these guys have actually been in Iraq and seen the things that they say that they've seen?
I'm 100% sure of it.
And how is that?
Well, our verification team is very in-depth. See, we have an advantage today that we haven't had in the past, and that's digital video, digital audio, and digital pictures. We've actually seen pictures of people and events that we talk about. And the fact is, these are soldiers that are telling their stories.
You're listening to Pacifica Radio's special national live broadcast of Winter Soldier. We're still with Geoff Millard. What can we expect from this upcoming panel?
I've told my story thousands of times. I didn't think there was anything left to dredge up, and yet it still has a lot of feelings left to that. But at the same time, there is something very, very empowering about telling your story, about finally standing up and saying, this is what I experienced, and I'm going to talk about it. But on a day in the early summer of 2005, in the area of operation of the 42nd Infantry Division, there was a traffic control point shooting. What happened was a vehicle was driving very quickly towards a traffic control point. A young machine gunner made the split-second decision that that vehicle was a threat, and in less than a minute, put 200 rounds from his .50 caliber machine gun into that vehicle. That day, he killed a mother, a father, and 2 children. The boy was age 4, and the daughter was age 3. I was in the briefing that evening when it was briefed to the general. And after the officer in charge briefed it to the general in a very calm manner, Colonel Rochelle of the 42nd Infantry Division, DISCOM commander, turned in his chair to the entire division-level staff, and he said, and I quote, "If these fucking Hajis learned to drive, this shit wouldn't happen."
I'll start it off by saying I fucking puked 4 times this morning. Yeah. And, man, I keep thinking about the repercussions of this shit, you know? I keep thinking about my platoon and how they're gonna react and how people are gonna interpret this, and like, I feel like the whole world fucking hates me.
The intelligence that we were getting oftentimes seemed to be based on just first-hand accounts from one Iraqi. Oftentimes it would turn out to be a dispute, and someone would come to the American forces and tell them, oh, so-and-so, he makes bombs, he does this, he does that, and out comes the cavalry, literally, and knocks this guy's door in. House raids like that were very commonplace, and we would often sweep entire neighborhood areas of people coming up with absolutely nothing. I'll never forget the things that happened over there. I think about them every day.
We changed rules of engagement more often than we changed our underwear. At first it was, you follow the rules of engagement, you do what you're supposed to do, and then there were times when it was you can shoot any suspicious observer, so someone with binoculars and a cell phone was fair game. And that really opened things up to a lot of subjectivity. But when Marines are put in a situation and they don't have positive identification, but they know that if they return fire, that they're more likely to live through whatever's going on, it's a really difficult situation. And I think it's criminal to put such patriotic Americans who have sworn an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America in a situation where their morals are at odds with their survival instincts.
You know, in closing, I'd just like to say, you know, to those who would judge me for coming up here and sharing my experiences with the American people, do so. Because I've made my peace with what I have to do for this country over many sleepless nights. Thank you.